Hey everyone, welcome back to, I believe it's part 6 of my playthrough. I actually haven't made a recording since I got out of the hospital for my cardiac arrhythmia. Yeah, I had to change pills, but, well, anyway, such is life, Shogunai. Let's see how this playthrough goes. How about it? The running girl. Interesting, let's see how this goes. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses for why I already haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting, and after a long pause, the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting a depression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away that easily. The nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with all the talk of exercising in a room as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. Made orders some to cover such emergency. Wearing my old soccer clothes is kinda nostalgic. Can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way. A bit like me. After all, I'm going to start taking care of myself, and I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape, along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. I hear it. Spring, spring, spring. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic-legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track lightly, like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. Wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog, just like he's oppressing me. I wouldn't put it past him. Certainly I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health, and his prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. Yeah, I haven't thought the same thing ever before. I leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Good morning. Your name is Hisao, right? She grins, seemingly pleased that she'd remember my name. You may not remember me. Emmy. Emmy? I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. Miss Ibarazaki? She imitates Misha imitating Shizune, failing to get the same kind of subdued lilt into her high-pitched voice. That face. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to vaguely apologize for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that. Again. Well, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine. Great! I'm not sure she realized I was joking. So, the spy consultant the nurse was talking about. Is that actually you? That's right! Oh. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What? Are you saying I don't look like I could be a spy? No, this is more of a relief. I was afraid you would have someone watch my every move. Unless you are here to do exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I'd seen a messy-haired transfer student who looked like he's kind of lost around the track. So why are you down here? And he strikes a dramatic pose. Training! For what? Track! Ah, I see. You're on the track team. Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yep, I'm one of the better runners, too. And modest about it, too. Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know. I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, you know? It's true, I've never really gotten that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not into that whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh? What? Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased. Are you going to warm up? Real men don't warm up. Yeah, I've said that before. Oh no, you should always warm up. Bad Hisao. Sounds like she's scolding a puppy. She scolds me enthusiastically, then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades. Now I'm picturing a cyborg with blades for legs. Anyways, her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Let's go! So we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hand spread, right? And something about hitting the balls of your feet rather than the heels. I try to match Emmy's stride, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently, I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps a day, and slow to a walk pretty quickly. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is that you started, right? Next time, you'll just have to try to hold out longer, and then longer, and longer, and eventually, you'll be great. plenty of time. I noticed that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really. I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Hisao. See ya. Yeah, see ya. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or failure, but I'll admit that I do feel slightly good about getting out there this morning. And like Emmy said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect, or something like that. It's nice to feel that I've taken some semblance of control over my own health. I have to try to keep this up. I head back to the dorms to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. I'm tired from all the running, so I want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. That's Kenji, isn't it? That's Kenji. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist. Looming and radiating malicious intent is Kenji. It bursts through the fog. Sup? Wait, what are you doing here? What the hell? You scared me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man. What do you mean, all over the place? I want to ask if he's been looking for me like that, stark naked, but I hold my tongue back. I finally realize I'm still naked too and quickly hold my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad that it's like he's perpetually seeing the fog? You know, your room and... yeah, that's it. Hey, I mean, still had to get up though. Whatever. It's not important. Could I borrow some money? He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look casual. It doesn't look like he's as transparent as window pane-sized glasses. Talking usually like this, wearing nothing feels awkward. Say that again. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked. Say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I tried to brush this feeling off with little success. Money? Sure, whatever. Sure. Awesome! Wait, why do you need it? Can't you just give it to me because I had the goodwill not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint. And in the end, isn't it the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. That makes no sense. The thought that counts. I should withhold payment since his thoughts were so clearly impure, and his intentions are probably even more sinister since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him. I'm offended, man. But if that's your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order a pizza. And I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest. I get some of that pizza too, right? Nope. Are you serious? Yeah, I would give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat a pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy, and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you and the pizza, and they will all ask for a slice. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants peace, and then you're left pizzaless in an unforgiving world. It's happened before. That's how I know. Every day I plan my vengeance, so that when the people who wrong me order a pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely without irony. But yeah, I only need 400 yen, please. You're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy on my own, so it's too far. I try not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened the last time I went out without carefully planning it out in advance. I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing. Something. Standing. Maybe wondering how I got there. And then, out of nowhere, it happened! Like a flash of lightning, split in the sky. Like how you split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold and to eat. A bird cracked on my head. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. What was first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he just trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that, even if it's more likely he didn't hear me. It was like the openings of some kind of anime show. You know, there's always a part where the main dude is fighting his rival. They fight each other and clash swords like there's a big dramatic colored auras and zoom. It was like that, but with poo. Okay. So yeah, I need some money, please. Don't leave me hanging, man. I only need like 1,000 yen. 400. You said 400 before. I thought it was 400. Okay. What? I'll pay you back, I swear. You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. You have 1 week. Kenji winces and makes a noise like a dying cow. A particularly disturbing fact, given that his baton is conducting freely. Kenji. What are we gonna do with you, Kenji? You're not supposed to be so tight-assed about money between brothers in arms, man. Men have it bad enough as it is. Do you know that male porn stars only make about half as much as what female porn stars make? That doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star. So maybe I am a porn star. On the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda. And you can't even spot your crumbs, you bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody. What is being against pornography in the first place? The feminist agenda stuff again? This stuff is important. I can see that you don't give a shit, but, like, bird shit. But this is serious here. Feminists are more dangerous than enemies, make no mistake. You take them lightly, and you'll wake up in the morning with a knife in your back, and BAM! Out of nowhere! How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep? Well, maybe they didn't kill you with their stab. Women are terrible at stabbing things. I thought you just said don't take them lightly. Contradiction. Well, I don't mean to take them lightly for the big things. Individually, they're not a threat. But if there was some kind of war, like a big war with men on one side and feminist forces on the other side, it would be pretty ugly. And the day will come when the feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say, "It's on now, motherfuckers!" You're being ridiculous. There's no worldwide feminist headquarters building where would they even hide that? I mean, it'd have to be massive. You couldn't hide that on Earth. Someone would notice a big fortress with women only in it. Who said it was on Earth? Oh god. I turn away from Kenji and start practicing my frowning face in the mirror, so I can figure out what kind of frown will best express my emotions. You can't see me from this distance anyway. Which, unfortunately, means that he just keeps on ranting without any regard for sense or sensibility. Fuck. Yep. There's a war going on. A war not many people know about. But it's a great one that will one day boil over and encompass all the known world. Then, we will have to pick Besides, we will have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it, a bloody battlefield, a vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly, when I grew tired of the leanness of our fight, when I mistook the time the power went out for a feminist raid and thought the end was near. But then I realized that if I gave up, it would be all over. And I was like, whoa! And I knew I had to get serious, because I am the last sane man in an insane world. It's about duty. You know, you stole that from me. I'll have to keep it. Must be pretty crappy movement if it all hinges on one naked guy ranting in the bathroom to another naked guy. So can I have the money? Oh, God. You couldn't make people think of other things, at least. He's blocking the way. Oh, it's getting cold because I'm still naked and I want to go to class. So I agreed to spot him the money. Awesome. Thanks, dude. We should go bowling later on. Bowling? Why bowling? Yeah, it's the ultimate sport. There's almost no women bowlers either, making it also the manliest sport. Oh. Is this something? Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes? Or the pastel green with flowers? Can't you just too much? Oh dear. Are bowling clothes? Maybe? Anyway, you better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? I don't have time to ask him to elaborate on what that means. I don't know. I have to get back to class. You're kind of in the way. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I don't want to hold you up. And I got some stuff to do myself. The time has come! The time for what? I just like saying that. Okay, the time now really has come. For what? I have to use the bathroom. Get out. I was just going to! And what does that mean? It's a big bathroom! So, I have to be alone or I can't go. The pressure! Okay, what if someone else comes in? I don't think so. I give him my practice frown, and it looks kind of silly reflected in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see anyway. So I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though an eternity has passed since I woke up. This is time I will never get back. I'll get him for this somehow. But right now I have to get to class. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. I thought I was going to be late. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. The combination of fatigue and frustration and boredom starts making me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize this is a good reason, as I need to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside the hallway, and Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Yamaku. Lily stops at the door, looking hesitant as if she's a vampire who can't come in unless invited. Well, she has some sparkling sunlight. There's a bonus. Maybe it's another kind of vampire. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord, though, after straightening her skirt and shirt collar, as if it was of importance to look prim when entering our classroom. Excuse me? She calls into the classroom with a probing, delicate voice. I realized the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Good morning, Lily. Hisao? Good morning. I didn't hear you come in. I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely if I were to tell too big a lie, now, it would sink me. Well, I was here now. I was here earlier. I just fell asleep. Oh, have you seen Hanako today, by any chance? No, she seems to come in only just before the bell rings, or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you? No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only two people at school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here. I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess. You're chasing yourself for doing something that other people should? Punctuality is a good thing. I think so, anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon. Today is the deadline for event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that is why it is so quiet today. Hi! Misha pops into the room with Shizune as if on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. Hi, Hit-chan! Hi. Look, it's the class representative! Hello! Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word look. Good morning. Of course you're not the representative of this class, right? Right? I'm not. Lily seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all. Then I realize that Lily might actually not know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know who she's talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one that actually talks. Damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. You were here even earlier than us. Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though, that Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true, I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent. Oh, that's right. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune's already moved on. Class rep, it's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival is coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their projected budget reports for their events. Even the first years. Except you. Wahahaha! There's still time to hand it in, isn't there? Today! The deadline is today. You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have all the necessary paperwork in days ago. But someone had to say the deadline. Please extend it. Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely. Do you want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class's event? handling the same matter for every class in the school and then some. The one who does that is me. Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she's really getting into the role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused, though. Hey, Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left. Please, Hisao. It's alright. Lily seems happy that I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed you think I have forgotten about it. I understand how important it is. Then, can I have it, please? Shizune might not have it on her at this exact second. She might not have it on her at this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. She emphasized the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me into the student council. I guess word must have gotten around, so she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better. It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should just be delegating away. As class rep, it is your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible. They completed it, being capable of doing so. Ouch. But the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for getting sick. Okay. Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and seems torn between being offended at Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge. Oh dear, not another challenge for Shizune. Lily, don't they live here at school? That's like a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that would affect the enjoyment of their entire class? Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously, waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal. And what's with the attitude? I said it's not something you should be delegating away. Are you the class representative, or aren't you? Tell me the names of those 2 students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something this simple yourself. 1 form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she's doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, that's signing. Aha, see what I did there? Because she's using her hands to sign? Sorry, that was bad. Wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is. Of course you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you. Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of sarcasm, which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other. That much is clear. But that seems a little much. It seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back. Doom sequence! I was actually just discussing the budget report just before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you could track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. It would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. It's not hard to guess which one you might represent. Oh! Both of them. Double burns. The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. Wow, if Misha understands it, something's wrong. Heath-chan, don't you suck off either. What? What are you talking about? Aren't you taking part in the festival, Heath-chan? You are, aren't you? Then, I hope you're going to do a lot more to make sure that it goes smoothly than this person. I don't understand why she's suddenly getting mad at me. Don't drag me into this. Don't drag me into this. That's what I'm going to say. Why am I being dragged into this again? I've done more than enough, I think. If you're angry at Lily, that has nothing to do with me. Now wait a second. Are you implying that the president is more right in scolding me than yourself? Ah, damn. I think I could have worded that better. No, I didn't. No, I don't know about that, but I mean, what are you saying, Heath-chan? It's just, I hardly think it's fair that you could say that, seeing as I've helped you guys. The mood has changed. This is like a showdown between two gunfighters now. Well, it was like that before, too. But this time, Shizune's focus is on me. Oh dear. And so is Lily's, though she keeps quiet. I'm afraid I inadvertently pissed her off. Oh dear. Are you saying I'm wrong? What a dangerous situation. It's too early to argue with you. Yes, I think it's unfair that you get on my case. Heath-chan, you want too much, but you have a point. Okay. You're not lazy, Heath-chan. Ha 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 ha! Shizune puts her glasses up with her thumb, almost approvingly. That's good. If you're not useless, you shouldn't let anyone say you are. But the next time I say it, it'll really be because you're disappointing me like Miss Class Rep here. So don't let it get to your head. Lily takes a jab silently, a venomous visage frozen on her face. No, I just was saying leave me out of this. Class Rep, Shi-chan says, don't forget the report, please. Just leave me out of it. Why? Just leave me out of it. Why'd you have to get her involved? I won't. Would that be all? Yep. Then good day to you all. Her voice cut the air of the classroom into half, if it were more tangible. Lily leaves the room, understandably in a bad mood, but still managing to be as poised and as calm as usual. Shizune, you really did go a little too far today. It's true, Shi-chan. Just a little. If I had been expecting Shizune to grudgingly admit I had a point there as well, I think I was expecting too much. She doesn't respond. Well, I guess that's the closest I could get to her admitting it. Ha ha ha! Shi-chan thinks you should mind your own business. Hi-chan, we have at least a few minute things to take care of before class. We might be late, so can you please cover for us? Yeah. Perfect! Yay! Okay! Thanks, Hi-chan. They walk outside, even though there are only 10 minutes left before the bell will ring, signaling the start of class. class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn this page to my textbook later. We've been covering the same amount of pages each day, so reading ahead is more or less giving myself a preview of what tomorrow's lesson will be about. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equation just to pass the time, not noticing Misha's head poking over my shoulder until she's almost on top of me. What are you doing? I try to strike a balance between being quiet enough to not draw attention to myself, but loud enough to draw. What are you doing, kid-chan? Panic shoots through me as Misha starts talking at her normal volume, and I sputter out in a hasty reply, still keeping my voice down despite the fact that she just blew any hope of being discreet I may have had. Copying that down that stuff? What are you doing? Why is this so loud? Aw, really? But it's all in the book. That's why no one else is copying it down. I know. Why are you so loud? Why are you so quiet, Hit-chan? It's hard to hear you. I look around to see if anyone is noticing our conversation. It's pretty obvious that everyone has. Even the teacher. Shizune smiles coyly, and I start to wonder if Misha's been doing this because she told her to. Is it because of what happened between her and Lily earlier? Is she getting back at me for some reason? This is what I get for trying to be reasonable? For trying to take the middle path? Shizune is way too prideful, although by now I should know to expect that kind of behavior from her. Why are you doing this? Huh? Misha's totally oblivious to the awkward stare that the teacher is giving both of us, while trying to balance her textbook on one finger. For a brief second, it looks as though things could get ugly. The teacher simply looks away, as if it's not worth the trouble. I guess this is a good thing, and I slump back in my seat in relief. The rest of the day passes by uneventfully, and this time, I'm able to appreciate that it does. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry, so I stay for a while, reviewing what we've covered in class. I prefer to leave last thing, so I don't have to deal with the crowding in the hallways. This is true of me too. I noticed that Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is signing so fast, her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely even manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. Probably way over my head. Not just that, but Shizune also seems angry, although it could just be her normal severity making it appear so. Again, I wouldn't put it past her. Shizune signs to the point where her wrist crackles, and Misha struggles to spit it out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself, like she's dealing with tongue twisters. And on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl said. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Luckily for her, their business is soon finished when the girls sit down in their seats again. I'm so tired. She's classroom. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Tuesday starts signing at me, and Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like she was there, with action speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. Well, we're in the student council, so we're pretty busy. Sarcasm. Huh? The tone of Shizune's actions make me think she is speaking with disdain, but Misha interprets it normally, placing whatever intent may have been there with her own charm or twist on things. Still the story ending. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Never mind. How could I forget when you two trying to get me to join at least twice a day? Ha ha ha! But Hit-chan, could use, some could say the work is too much. It'd be nice if students were to show a little more support for their leadership, some appreciation to the ones who are working so hard to make it all possible. Hey, for example, a little help. That's asking too much, is it? Yep, help would be appreciated from students like you. If students would show their dedication and school spirit and offer some help, well, I don't exactly need it, but I wouldn't necessarily refuse it. So, it'd be nice if someone would... Oh? Hello? I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom. Most of her body is hidden behind the door. Hey! Playing delinquent again? Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her likability. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. They seem to have momentarily forgotten about trying to get me to stay for the rest of the day. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, Sato is not here. She came by in the morning, though. Hanako keeps looking up uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? Of course Shizune isn't going to look away, and she is intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It's all funny, though, watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens with two people of two different extremes meet, it seems. If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom, working on a festival project. But who knows where that woman is loitering at? She might be slacking off somewhere, just like Hit-chan. Yeah. What is it with Shizune and her need to point out stuff like this? Hanako nods quietly and retreats with haste. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we're really working hard to make the festival happen. And driving other people insane along the way. Well, good luck with that. I stand up to leave, making my exit before either of them manages to berate me anymore for slacking off. The halls are somewhat quiet, as expected. Everyone must be in club meetings or at festival preparations, or both. Shizune's words about being a slacker echo in my head. I feel a bit guilty about not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter. As always, for the festival, it's not too late already. It's too late already, unless I count helping Shizune and Misha, which I naturally don't. In clubs, I don't know. Maybe I'm not a club type of person. Halfway through the way from the school building to the dorms, I spot a figure in front of the dorms. It's Rin. It looks like she's working on her mural today, too. I walk over to her, but she doesn't seem to notice me approaching. She's sitting on an upturned box, looking intently at the wall she is painting with a brush held between her toes. The mural has progressed considerably since yesterday, but it's still only half done as far as I can tell. More colors have appeared, and the twisted human-like features have spread and increased in number. I have to say, the style is quite eye-catching and very unique. Not that I would be knowledgeable about art by any measurable skill, but it's very nice looking nevertheless. I clear my throat to get her attention, but not to startle her so that her concentration would break. Wait. She doesn't even turn around to check who it is. I'll wait. 15 minutes later, I decide that her concentration is indeed unbroken, and also that I have waited long enough to warrant poking her gently on the shoulder to remind her of my presence. Rin turns her head mechanically in my direction, ending up staring at my crotch level. Oh, it's Hisao. What? How? She could tell? It would feel a lot less uncomfortable if she was looking at my face. An astute observation. Hard at work, I see. The conversation starts as if I hadn't been here for a quarter of an hour already. But it's not a concern. At least it starts. Looking good? It does. The layers of the paint hiding the other layers of paint, mixing and shaping the human figures really create an impressive look. But Rin looks at it. You shouldn't comment on works in progress. 7 years of bad luck. Sounds terrible. I guess I'll take it back then. But still, it looks good. I wonder if I'll get 14 years of bad luck for thinking that. Rin turns back to look at her painting and pokes it with a big toe. Could you mix some of this color? I'm running out of it. She looks down at her half-empty bowl with the remains of the same peach paint in it. I didn't really intend to stay and help her with the project, though. I guess I didn't intend to do anything much. And it's my way of helping out for the school festival, I guess. I look at Rin. She looks intently back at me. Just this once. Rin picks up another brush and drenches it in another tone of pale red. There are dozens of similar bowls all around her working area. From the looks of the scene, she could have been sitting here for hours. I wonder if she has. That would mean she'd have been skipping school, which of course I wouldn't put beyond someone like Rin. I poured a little bit of white and red into the bowl, trying to match the color with what's already on the wall. But can't seem to get it right. It's really inconvenient of her to not mix it up in the first place. Getting it to be the exact same tone would be impossible, but at least I can try to get as close as I can. Speaking of hard work, isn't it a huge workload for you two? It's such a big painting and all. Oh, I'm not old and bitter enough yet to think like that. I guess you aren't. You guessed right. I legs hurt though. They feel like slugs. Slugs made of sea slugs. Well, I guess they would be made of sea slugs if they were slugs. Especially if they were sea slugs. Because of the position. Yeah, I like doing it in a horizontal position more, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh my! But it can't be helped. Cat has to wall to lay down. Saying that, she stretches herself a little, bending her legs and back far more than a human should flex. It's astonishing how effortlessly she manages her body around. There's a small flinch in her otherwise blank expression, a hint of pain maybe, as she stretches out her calves. Rin must have stamina and dexterity far above the normal person people to be able to live the way she does. But she's wearing out working on this. Why push yourself so much? Take a break. Or something at least. Continue tomorrow if it's bad. This gives her pause. A long one too. Feeling like a mental yawn. I don't think so, Sal. I'm not pushing myself. Sure looks like you are. No, it's not about pushing or pulling or anything related to that kind of thing. There is this boy. A boy? Yes. Where? At the altar. And he is blind. Oh. How can you paint if you're blind? No idea. So, why is he there? That's the point. He is there. She really should speak more than one word at a time to make this feel more like a discussion, less like an interrogation. You can't really do anything that you call art, right? But it comes there anyway. Paints. Why? I don't know. Why? I don't know. That's why I asked. So? He doesn't paint often. But I think his paintings are very interesting. I'm sure they are. And I once tried that. Painting with my eyes closed. Wasn't too interesting. Like cleaning up the floor took ages. Didn't try that again. But he's becoming better at sculpting. I see. But he doesn't. Aha! Maybe she was trying to make a point with this. Maybe she forgot she had one. Seems like the art club is full of interesting people. Not really. Pretty blunt statement, and she totally missed the sarcasm. No. Just like I said, they are not very interesting. I usually don't have much interest in people who are not interesting. Maybe you have. Maybe. But that boy is interesting. Maybe I am like that boy. Or maybe more. Maybe everyone is. Doing things you can't do just because you can. That's pretty deep, I think. And tell that to her. You're a deep one. Nah, I'm really a shallow and thoughtless person. People say that to me all the time. Did you know I can only think of 4 things at the same time? People are supposed to be able to think of 5 to 7. So if she can only think of 4, that means less than 1 person. Then again, I can only think of... Anyways, let's go. Let's continue. No. But now I do. Right now, I'm thinking of the second floor's girls' toilet, ice cream flavored ice cream, toe, and a haircut. I'm going to need a haircut. She shakes her head around vigorously, letting her short and messy hair rumble wildly around. I can see that doing it is something she likes to do. All silent as Rin treads around, half smiling, poking some brushes around. The thought about the art club sticks in my head for a while longer. I feel like I'm treading on very unknown territory with art. The way these meetings with Rin go, it's as though I'm starting a smoking habit or something. I should probably stop talking to her. Maybe. It's not like I dislike her, despite the confusion about her being herself causes. I don't dislike art either. I'm even drawn for some fun sometimes. I just don't have a real creative drive or any particular skill. So usually, if I were to draw something, I get a white paper syndrome and just freeze completely. That, or I manage to draw something disfigured and probably get frustrated at my inability to put the picture in my head down on the paper, and then call it quits without really even trying to make an effort. Rin clearly doesn't have this problem, but she frustrates me in another way. Being with her is like looking into a mirror that doesn't reflect anything. It makes one question the sanity of the act. Rin sits down on the box, swaying from side to side, apparently comfortable with the uncomfortable silence. She is staring at me again, or maybe over my shoulder. I can't quite figure out where her eyes are focused. I'm thinking of leaving so she can carry on working undistracted, and that I can do whatever I'm going to do alone. It's not like I have anything that must be done today. Oh shoot. Who? I see what she did there. Shoot someone? That's bad, Rin. You shouldn't think about shooting people. Nobody. I just forgot to tell Hanako that Lloyd was looking for her. Do you know her? From my class? Oh, her. The mystery toilet girl. That person is funny. I saw her going to the toilet 5 times during one recess 3 weeks ago. I'm sure it's a world record. It was very mysterious. That's why you call her Mystery Toilet Girl? What other reason could there possibly be? Well, if there is, it's an eternal mystery. I didn't follow her in there. Maybe it was the week before that? Could have been. Looking at her makes me hungry. Oh my goodness, friend! Don't say that! At least, not around her. Rin turns to look at me blankly, as if she's not sure why I reproved her. But she doesn't acknowledge understanding any more than before, so I give up at this point. So, do you want to go eat dinner then? No, not yet. Rin has turned her hungry gaze back to the wall, looking slightly more energetic, or at least slightly less lethargic than she did before. It's as if the wall is an opponent she has to vanquish, something she must overcome before she can indulge in dinner. This is a feeling I get. A weird sense of empathy overcomes me and makes me smile a little to myself. For all her oddity, Rin is pretty cool after all. I'll be going out anyway. Have fun. Rin has already grasped the brush and is dipping it into fresh paint, so of course she can't hear me anymore, or doesn't answer anything even if she does. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice and the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. I made a promise, and I'm going to keep it. Besides, Emmy's bound to rat on me if I don't show up. But it's not all that bad. I mean, Emmy's there. Well, that's it for today. I'll see you all next time. Talk to you later. Bye.